Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 50 Shades of Tay. I'm Taylor Gonzalez, and my guest today is the author of House Rules and Family Rights. I'm so excited to be joined by Calvin Naraghi. Calvin, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. I'm
Oh,
excited to be
thank you for
here.
being here. I really appreciate your time. I have your books on display back here. I had to be so
I
careful because I put them
noticed.
right behind the snow globe, and I was like, oh, I don't know if that's a good idea, but I wanted them on display during the interview.
Yeah, hopefully they don't crash.
Oh my gosh. Well, before we get into your books, actually, I did want to start out by talking about some fun facts that I found while going through your Instagram. So I thought it'd be cool to
Okay.
get to know you. So you've lived
Mhm.
in Southern California like me your entire life. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in San Diego in this town called Poway. And I stayed there for college too, so I really didn't leave until like 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, up to LA. So never knew a bad day of weather in my life.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love San Diego so much. If someone's visiting San Diego for their very first time and you had to recommend either like a restaurant or, a shop that you love, where would you recommend that they check out while they're there?
I like sending people to Balboa Park. It's like this pretty kind of little nature area with there's like a Air and Space Museum, I think, is there. And there's like a Comic-Con museum. It's pretty. It's really pretty. I feel like that's like the go-to for every every homecoming picture and prom picture you could ever imagine.
No, that's true. I love Balboa Park. It was just my puppy's birthday, so we took her down there and she got to run around and explore. But it's such a nice place. I love visiting there.
Oh,
Uh,
nice. Yeah, that's great.
Another fun fact about you is that you used to be a structural engineer. How did you make the transition from that into writing?
It's the engineering to creative pipeline that so many fall into. I actually started writing while I was doing engineering, and the books I feel like really encompass all these like architectural plans that I was looking at, and I was just taking like bits of like mansions that I was working on and kind of adding them into this giant like mesh of a new house. And that was the one I used in the book. But it
So
was a
cool.
lot of yeah, taking what I knew and amping up the horror.
Nice,
To,
nice. I also know that you love to
but
travel. You've been to over 13 countries. Do you have a favorite country to visit?
yeah, I love London, which I guess isn't a country. It's England, but yeah, I love going there so much. Every time I go there, I look up Zillow like prices for apartments.
That's such a good
And I
idea.
always have one way ticket, so I really just never expect to come home.
Oh my gosh. I've never been. I'm jealous. I need to go.
It's great. I love um rain.
Yeah.
So it's
Everything
perfect
I've
for
seen
me.
like in pictures and videos, it just looks so gorgeous over there. So one day I'll make it over there. I hate flying,
You
so
should.
I might have to walk or something.
Oh, I think you can take a boat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Better than flying, but it's an option.
Oh
Or
man.
you, yeah, that's the only option.
All right. And then this fun fact about you helps transition into talking about your books. I know that your favorite genre is horror. So what are some of your favorite horror films?
Oh, I love Cabin in the Woods. That's such like a quirky little slasher paranormal thing that I don't even know what you'd call it. It's kind of like makes fun of all the genres of
Mhm.
horror, but like does it in a tasteful way that I find really funny. Um, I also love like the escape room movies.
Oh yeah.
Um, they make definitely an influence on my books. I love the stress that it gives you when you're watching it. Um, and then I don't know, I love a good psychological thriller like In the Tall Grass. I don't know if it's psychological thriller. I think it is. But it's kind of just like a time warping like time loop movies
Mhm.
that you
Those
don't
are all good.
expect. It's like
Yeah, those are
yeah,
fun.
something like that.
I can't believe we haven't gotten another Cabin in the Woods movie. There's like so many different opportunities for them to explore. Because do you remember when there's like the scene where it shows all the different like scenarios that are happening at
Yeah,
once? Why didn't we get any of those spin-offs? That's what I want to know.
untapped market. I'll pitch
Yep.
it.
Yeah, that could be your next book.
Yeah, it'll be like Cabin in the Suburbs or something.
Oh my God. I would love that. Honestly, they need to do something. I don't know. I don't know what's taking so long, but we should get on that.
Yeah, and I think they forgot about it, but they can bring it back.
Yeah.
They don't even have to, yeah, they can bring back Sigourney Weaver too,
Oh
I
my
guess.
God. I would love that. So your first book, which is right here, House Rules, that released in October of 2024. Do you remember what it felt like to release your first book and how was that for you?
Oh my God, it was such a mess. That first just like figuring out how to publish and oh my gosh, yeah, the spine had a typo on it. So it had two L's.
Oh no.
And so I was like, I didn't even know. I was like, it was like 4 days away from the launch date. And then my friend, I had a stack of them and I put on my story, like a picture of them all like laid out. And he was like, yeah, you have a typo on the spine of your book. And it made it through so many people before anyone noticed. And I had to fix it. And it literally, Amazon updated it like the morning, like 20 minutes before the launch time.
Mhm.
I was sweating. But
Damn.
yeah, it came out. After that, it was okay, smooth sailing ish.
Oh my God, that
But
is
it's a good
crazy.
feeling.
I
I
would
feel
be
like
stressed.
yeah, I was panicking. I was like, maybe it'll just be like an Easter egg or like a little special edition
Hmm.
copy,
Oh my God.
but thankfully not.
Yeah, the closest thing I have that's even like remotely close to that situation is I used to do like journalism in college, and I would do layouts for the newspaper and for the magazine. And I remember my like big annual issue of the magazine. I set up the photo shoot for the cover, and then like I walked through it, and I like we practiced everything and like the lighting, the angles, like what I wanted the framing to look like. And then I forgot to shoot it. And I like let the model go. And then I was like, oh, wait, we didn't actually take the picture. So I had to like run and go get him and be like, wait, we didn't take the actual photos yet. It was so embarrassing. But there's just so many things when you're doing stuff like a book launch or a magazine, like there's so many things that people don't realize go into putting it out,
Mm.
that like something like putting two L's on the spine or forgetting to shoot your cover, might seem ridiculous to other people, but on the inside, it's like, no, you're doing like 100 things at once.
Yeah, you always need other eyes on things. You just get in this like vortex of like you keep circling and circling and you're like, yeah, it's probably fine. And then someone looks out from the outside and it's like so wrong. Something's just terribly wrong right in front of your eyes.
Oh man. Well, your second book, Family Rites, which is right here, released October 2025, so a year later. What lessons
Yeah.
did you learn from releasing the first book to releasing the second book that helped you out the second time around?
I feel like I felt more at ease in the process. I kind of knew what I was getting into. The second one, I cranked it out like in a year, just like I finished writing it in February of last year. And then I had a full like timed out editors. I was like, I have to get this editor at this date specifically, so I have this long to edit it. And then like each date was like set with with a large amount of like wiggle room.
Mm.
So I knew I was gonna be fine by the end of it. Even doing all that, I still barely made the deadlines I had set for myself. So you just can't, you have to expect so much to go wrong. But I had the entire like interior design and knew how I was gonna do it. I already had like the programs and softwares that I got bought when I used the first book. So I was like, this is all fine, everything's set.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so it felt a lot less pressuring, and I knew that I didn't have to like I thought that it was a really good book, so I was not worried that it was gonna tank versus the first one.
Mhm. Oh, that's awesome. So nowadays, like it's a very likely chance, I would say, that if you put out books or a series of books, that eventually it might be adapted into a series or a movie. I know you have like a mood board on your Instagram that kind of like describes the characters, but when you're writing these books, do you have actors in mind that would portray these characters that you're creating?
I don't know. I kind of had like it's hard because like when you picture I kind of being in the acting world, I know that like when you start a movie process or like you write a book, the movie usually takes like 2 years to kind of get picked up, and then it takes like a couple of years to get made. And so by the end of it, the people that you might have in mind are going to age out of the roles. Uh, so I was trying to keep that in mind. I kind of just went on vibes alone. So I felt like the main character kind of gave like a Logan Lerman, young
Oh
Logan Lerman
yeah.
vibe. Um, the Hannah, the girlfriend, she gave me like a Sadie Sink vibe from Stranger Things. Um, and then for Jamie, the best friend, I don't really know. He kind of just had like this whimsicalness. Honestly, now um, I feel like he probably could be played by the guy that's playing Hamish, Johnny Zappa. I think that's his name. He
Mhm.
did We Were Liars. I feel like
Interesting.
actually he would fit that really well.
All right. Yeah, that's a good one too.
But that was
Yeah, no, I like that.
But
So if this,
yeah, they might age, they might age out by the time it comes.
yeah, that's true. Because even like
Well,
the
Mary, but
Hunger Games movie that's about to come out probably shot like a year or two ago, and then by the time we see it later this year, like, yeah, it'll have been probably 3 years since like he initially started filming that film, which
yeah,
is crazy to
exactly.
think about. But if someone
Yeah,
is
right.
hearing about you and your books for the first time from this interview, how would you describe your books?
It is a gothic horror variation of The Great Gatsby set in the modern day, with a nice escape room sub-element that reminds you of The Maze Runner.
Yeah,
Do with
perfect,
that what you
perfect.
will.
Yeah. Oh my God, those are all such fun things like matched up together. Are you good at escape rooms? Have you done one like in real life?
Oh my God, I've done like 30.
Oh,
I actually just
really?
did three last
Dang,
weekend.
that's so fun.
Yeah, I love them. Especially in LA. That was the first time I did one in LA was last week, and it's a lot more kind of theatrical than other ones. The other ones usually are more like locks and codes, and this one's more like trapdoors and the walls like opening up and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh. All right, so out of all the ones you've done, do you have a favorite?
Um, I did this one last week called it was like the Houdini room at this place. I think it's called like 60 Lock or something.
Mhm.
I forgot. But yeah, it had like trapdoors and they, like handcuff you to the wall and like put you in cages and stuff. It's
Oh
crazy.
no, I don't know
Um,
about that.
crawl spaces and yeah, it's really fun. It was really exciting and different.
Oh my gosh.
I
Are
would highly
there
recommend.
like scare actors and stuff like that involved with this too?
No, I've done some with scare. I don't like the ones with scare actors because they just yell at me and I
Oh no.
can't think. They're like, just annoying. So I never want to do ones with scare actors. It's too much going on.
Yeah. What about stuff like Horror Nights and Not Scary Farm? Are you into that?
To Not Scary Farm.
Hmm.
Um, I don't think I've been to that one. I went to there's like a horror nights at SeaWorld that I usually go
Oh,
to. It's pretty fun.
oh,
They just
that's
turned the
cool.
whole park into like horror, and there's like the mazes and the houses, haunted houses. A lot of my friends work at Halloween Horror Nights, but I did not go this year. I might try the 17th door this year, which is
Oh,
like
nice.
the crazy, like you sign like a 1,000 page waiver, and they basically just torture you.
Yeah. I don't think I could do that one. Yeah, I'm good with Horror Nights at Universal Studios. That's like my favorite one. This past year they had like Five Nights at Freddy's, and it was just like one of the coolest
Yeah,
things that they've done. But any of the ones where they can touch you and you have to sign a waiver, I can't do it. But
yeah, I'm a
uh,
little scared. We'll see if I chicken out or not.
oh man, well if you do it, I'll have to hear how it goes. There is one that I did really want to try
Yeah.
because I've never done one. It was South Park. They had like a South Park escape room, but I think it was
Hmm.
like a limited time thing, maybe for like Comic-Con or something. So I missed out on it. But that one sounds really fun.
They have that. I think that's at one of the malls
Oh, I think there's one at
down here.
speaking of Universal, I think there's like a new escape room place at City Walk. I'm not sure, but I'll
There
have to
is,
look into
yeah.
that one. Oh, okay, okay. Nice, nice.
Yeah, it's like by the Voodoo Donuts, I think.
Oh, that place is so
Don't
good.
worry about it.
Oh my gosh. Well, is there anything you're currently writing or working on that you can talk about a little bit?
Yeah, I'm working on this new psychological thriller. It kind of gives like Jennifer's Body mixed with A Simple Favor with Anna Kendrick. It's about this girl who's starting college and she's moving in with her kind of her assigned roommate that she like got set up with over the school email, whatever.
Mhm.
And she's super bubbly, like over the text and over the months that they getting to know each other. And then when she shows up, she's like this really like something's off about her, and she's trying to figure out kind of like what happened to her roommate and why she's just something's not right.
Ooh,
And so
that
it's just
sounds
the
fun.
entire story is kind of diving into it and figuring out like what's wrong with this person and what secrets are they both hiding.
Yeah, that sounds fun. That kind of reminds me like a little bit of The Housemaid, the movie that just came out like last month. Something where like
Yeah, a little bit like
you don't really know what's going on, or at least I didn't because I hadn't read the books and I tried to avoid the trailers because I like going into movies like that without knowing like all the
hmm.
plot twists and all the backstory. So yeah, I think that's a really fun idea and I can't wait for that one to release as well.
Hopefully soon. I'm like 6 chapters in, I think.
Oh
But
wow,
I'm
dang, that's
trying
good.
first person right now. Yeah, it's my first one that's first person instead of third person. It's a lot harder because you just kind of want to talk as ramble as a person, but you have to lock it in.
Oh my gosh. Do you ever get writer's block when you're writing? And if so, what do you do to get out of it?
Uh, I get writer's block a lot. Sometimes I just stop writing the book and I switch to something else. I have like two other books that are like 4 chapters in that are just kind of sitting on my shelf that I might come back to at some point. But uh, I don't know. Sometimes you just have to wait for inspiration, and other times you just have to make stuff up and then you can change it later. Just like kind of filler chapters to continue the story, then you can make it more exciting later,
Oh, that's a good
I
idea.
think.
Yeah. No, I like
Yeah.
that. What about the ones that you said that you mentioned that have like four chapters that are just sitting on the shelf? Like, do you think you're going to go back and revisit them eventually?
I want to. Yeah. One of them is I mean, I don't know, you kind of have to pick a genre when you like start out as a writer. It's best to kind of pick a genre and stick to it so you can build like fans that'll expect something of you. Like Stephen King, he's got like maybe like three non-horror books and he
Mhm.
kind of built the space that he's allowed to have those. Um, but they are like coming of age fiction, so they're more romance and whimsical and upbeat versus death and bees
Ugh.
and murder.
Well, you mentioned Stephen King, who's like one of the all-time greats. Who are some of your other favorite authors?
Um, I love. Who am I reading right now? I always love Anthony Dower books. All the Lights You Cannot See, Cloud Cuckoo Land. I feel like I say this every podcast. I just love his books so much. There's so I've never like his book. I remember it was the first time I ever like I was like 10, 20 pages left in the book, and I was going out to like I don't know, work or something. And I just screenshotted all the pictures of the last 20 pages so I could read them on my phone and finish it because I was like, I have to finish it now and I have to go to work. So I'm going to finish this. And I was like, never done that before in my life.
No, that's a good way to do it.
Uh, yeah. It's like a 600-page book.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
thick.
Yeah. Well, Calvin, I can't thank you enough for taking time to join me. I know you do book signings. I know you have your third book that you're working on now. If people want to follow you and keep up with all your appearances and upcoming books, where can they follow you?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok and Instagram, Calvin Naraghi underscore writer, Naraghi is the last name. But usually I just pop up when you type in Calvin because there's not many of us. It's just Klein, Harris, and then usually me when you type it in.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll make sure to put links in the description of the video so everyone can come and follow you. But Calvin, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you.
Talk to you later.
Bye.